Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Can you hear me now? Okay, perfect. Pioneer fans, Pioneer Varsity Football is live and on the air. And welcome to Hallway Field, where it is your Pioneer men's varsity football team taking on the number 4 team in the state, the Saline Hornets. Let's go over some numbers here. Pioneer has 446 wins, 247 losses, 11 draws for a 84.1% winning percentage. Or excuse me, that was Saline. Pioneer has 449 wins. Saline has 446. So they're only 3 behind Pioneer. Pioneer has 236 losses. Saline has 247. 6 draws for Pioneer, 11 draws for Saline. So Pioneer has a 65.4% winning percentage. Saline is 64.1. And if you take the 2020s, boy, the things have been going Saline's way.
Yeah.
Taking a look at last, we have played Saline 31 times, 10 wins for Pioneer, 20 wins for Saline. 2024, Saline won 50 to nothing. 2023, Saline won 56 to nothing. 2022, Saline won 56 to nothing. 2021, Saline won 41 to nothing. We have not scored a point on Saline in 4 years.
Wow.
And 2020 was canceled due to COVID. So 5 years we haven't scored a point on Saline. Last win was 2012. Pioneer beat Saline 7-6. Points 40 for Pioneer, 87 for Saline. So that's going to be something that the Saline offense much more potent than Pioneer this season. Points against, 47 for Pioneer, 28 for Saline. So couple interesting numbers. Pioneer obviously has boy, they have their work cut out for them. Pioneer beat Flushing 27-24. Then they lost at Temperance Bedford 13-23. Saline beat Rockford at Rockford 37-28. Tough opening game. And then they beat Skyline 50 to nothing. So we will see what happens here. Let's talk about the next upcoming 5 games for Pioneer. As I pop that on my director. They're going to be away at Lincoln at 7 p.m. next week. They'll be home versus Huron. That'll be a huge game. We'd love to see everyone here for that. That's going to be the 26th at 7 p.m. Then they're away at Skyline on October 3rd. Make sure you go over there and cheer at Skyline. They have the NFHS network, so we won't be there. October 10th, back here for Monroe. That'll be a huge matchup, 7 p.m. And then away at Dexter. So really home away. So you can get very used to that sitting out there and looking like that. Oh, yep, go right upstairs. You're good. Thanks, man. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you, man. Just take over for my wife. So we just had a fantastic Cooper came in to run camera for us, which is amazing.
Yes. Good to see him back from last year. Good to see you too. Good to see Saline, because here's the thing, man. You talked about 2012. That was the last time beat Saline 7-6. We had a brief, short conversation earlier where it's like I'm trying to because I was driving over here from my beautiful house in the beautiful Ann Arbor, Michigan. I was thinking to myself, man, there's David and Goliath, but that was a long time ago, you know, and 2012 feels almost just as long ago. I have never. I don't think I was really conscious. My football mind really wasn't awoken last time we beat Saline. I played against Saline in the playoffs in 2016. I was on the backup D line. I do remember there was a pretty close game where Cedric Benton caught a very good ball there. We had a really good kicker at that moment in time, but just John Kunick and the boys just couldn't get it done. All things considered, that was a long time ago. Completely different group of kids and coaching staff, and everyone here basically is different. But the colors and the logo is still the same.
Yeah.
When you have like you see it in college, you see it in high school, you even see it a little bit in the NFL, where it's like some teams just have that culture that literally is winning.
Yeah.
You call it winning culture for a reason because it that's what it does.
Absolutely.
For whatever reason, you have the work ethic. Whether you have equipment, whether you have just like a good student body, just everything in the right direction. This really goes for long periods of time. I mean, you can think about like I don't know, like the Patriots in the early 2000s, right? They kind of even had like two little mini dynasties there. So the fact is, every dynasty has moments where every David has a little, or Goliath has a David moment. Every time you can simply find that in. If you can find somehow a way to get in, a way to like a diamond in, or I guess a chink in the armor of Saline, you can get that win. And we go back to 2012, 6-7. 6-7, if you will.
Yeah.
That is not a very high-scoring affair.
It's not. If you can limit, I mean, obviously they have an all-world quarterback, but if you can somehow limit it, and it would be very hard for Saline not to be. Look, they have coaches telling them to 1 week at a time. They know 1 week at a time. But it's got to be hard not to walk into this game having won so much, not being a little overconfident.
Yeah, you're a child. You're in the 11th and 12th grade. You're going to have that big old ego up on top of your head, given maybe they don't. Maybe they're humble. I don't know. Maybe that's the secret to winning. But here's the thing. If I won so many times, if I was the 4th-ranked football team in the football state, the state of Michigan loves football. There's a little logo right there. All those boys want to go play for one day, probably.
Yeah.
That can get through a young man's head. I can even think of when I was coaching just a few months ago, middle school flag football, which takes over my world when I was coaching. It's insane what football can do to the mind of an adult, much less a child. So, the football is got a funny shape. It bounces in weird ways. We'll see what happens, Mark.
Anything can happen. And here's the thing. Even if Saline is Saline and they do Saline-like things, what you're also looking for is you're looking to have good things happen to build on to beat Lincoln next week.
Absolutely.
So no matter what happens here, we're not going to have Kowak. We're not going to have Warasinga. And we'll turn it over to the marching band here really quickly. But if you can make good things happen, you can build on it and build for a season.
Yeah,
we're 1-1. I mean, that's...
Yeah. You focus on it next week. Take it one play at a time, one game at a time. That's where that's how it happens, man. Got to compartmentalize things. You got to reframe things. That's how progress is made. That's how long-term growth and investment gets made.
So we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll see what happens here. I have way too many chords here, and let's turn it over to the band.
To honor America, would you please rise, remove your hats, and join Mr. Elliot Collins in the Pioneer Marching Band in the singing of our national anthem.
Alrighty, as we're about to get ready to go here. Is that a little better?
A little lower.
A little lower. There we go. How about that?
Perfect.
Excellent.
Perfect.
That's what happens when you have me being the guy on the board and everything else. Trying to do everything here, but that's all right.
You're quite good at doing this whole everything thing. One day I will be just as good as that. I mean, in various other things. I mean, like mowing the lawn and I guess cleaning out the microwave, which are two things that my girlfriend reminded me to do today, which maybe I should be doing right now. And hey, look, more important than me is the Pioneer football team.
Here comes the team as they're led out there by Horton as well as Conley running the team out. They're right at the block A's there, and we're getting ready to go as we're hoping that, again, David versus Goliath. We're hoping for a miracle. Most importantly, we'd love to see some Pioneer points.
Yeah, I want to see some football, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we want to see this team hopefully learn some things, get better versus a very good opponent. That's where you can use like a knife to a whetstone. You can sharpen some things. You can get some things going, and a lot of it's going to be incumbent upon the lines, right? The longer time you get highs to sit back there and find someone, the better he's going to be. We saw that with the Lions game where Goff had no time, none whatsoever, and it's very hard. Joe Montana, I know I'm being old now, couldn't throw a pass if you didn't give him time. So, and the defensive line coming the other way, the Lions play is huge. And we'll see what's going on here. So
man, it's as we brought back to the Detroit versus Green Bay game on Sunday. God, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, bro. Anyway, there is this giant part of football that the average person doesn't see. The psychos like us, we love it, right? It's the interior O-line. Interior O-line. For those of you who don't know, for all the moms and dads and everyone else watching, that's the center, the right guard, and the left guard on the offensive line. The guy holding the ball before it goes to quarterback, and the two people immediately to his left and his right. Those people are very, very, very important if you want to get anything done with regards to running the ball on the inside and pulling guards to the outside to catch guards or backers rather on pull routes, which is why the interior line is not just important for gut runs, it's important for every run. And every single person on that O-line, no matter interior, outerior, croc, whatever, they have to block the big dogs of Saline here tonight.
Here comes Huber with the kickoff, and that all the way down. Marshall will grab it and go out of bounds.
That is
that's something you'll get better at and that you'll learn.
Yeah, maybe he thought I was going to go into the. I got nothing, bro.
Well, I mean, you think it's good. You go over, and again, it's the more time you spend on the field, the more you know where you are. I'm sure his momentum took him out, but that's not going to be fun for Pioneer. As you hope something like that goes into the end zone, or maybe even goes out of bounds, and you.
Yeah, I was
but
going
that's
to
okay.
say it almost looked like it was going to go out of bounds, get the 35, 45, I forget which one. But hey, we go next. Just got to run
Does
through
not
the
matter.
scripture.
So we have Heiss back in the backfield as Caceres back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. There's a handoff as Caceres gets ahead as he'll pick up out to the 7-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 3.
Yeah, good way to start off the gate, man. Little plays like that, you think of a little of your student in the student section there with your Charles Wilson jersey or whatever. You think to yourself, yeah, a little play, who cares? That was a really good running play, all things considered. The blocking, I looked at the interior line just to see if they lost that game yesterday or a few games ago. They looked pretty good. Hopefully, a great start for the rest of the game.
So 2nd and 7 from the 8-yard line. Again, 3 receivers to the left, 1 in motion. That's Callias. He's tight to line of scrimmage. Quick throw. There's Marshall. Marshall finds his seam. He's still on his feet out to the 20. Past the 20 down to about the 23-yard line. They'll mark him 24-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Starting from the 5-yard line. That is good stuff right there.
Yeah, that looked like a really good run. It looked like almost like an RPO style. Try to see if you had the jet crushing into near the where the ball was snapped. Instead, threw it to the wideout. Got a great yard there. Great second effort.
Shotgun for Heiss. Hands it off. Rendelman trying the left-hand side. Rendelman, as he spills forward, he'll get about maybe right back to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't look like they gave him much of anything trying that far side. So that will bring up 2nd and 10. Looks like I'll try and call out the down and distances. That doesn't look like that's being pulled from our scoreboard. Again, we're doing the OCR scoreboard, so forgive us if it flashes a little bit. So they'll give them a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 24-yard line. I already consider this offensive drive a bit of a bonus getting out of the end zone. As Heiss has a man right in front of him. He rolls to his right. Heiss looking downfield, throws downfield, and he just gets rid of that as big-time pressure coming as he had Harris right in his face. There's a flag over on the far side.
It is really good, really easy to be like to be a hero, to be a Madden moment guy and just kind of truck that ball downfield. But I do like that from Heiss, just throwing it out of bounds, just living to play another game. All things considered, that was a really solid play from him. Just making sure that we have a good field position here. We can get this 3rd and 10 down. Maybe we get
So a legal procedure. They'll back him up 5 yards.
Oh my gosh.
They say false start. Now, again, that's probably a legal procedure. It could be a lining where they lined up.
Yeah, looks like maybe like one of the tight end was like covered or something.
Yeah, because typically the false start should blow it dead immediately.
Yeah.
Again, Heiss back in the backfield. Caceres to his right. Wide receivers as Marshall split out wide to the right. Rendelman in the slot. As handoff up the middle, Caceres. As he'll get back to mark that right back. That shouldn't be 4th down because unless did they decline
it
the
looks like they
penalty?
declined it because they didn't move the ball up or down, so it looks like they declined that penalty
You
for
can
the fourth.
decline a false start. Okay, cool.
Well, I guess it must have been a legal procedure.
Yeah,
right?
no, you're no.
Yeah.
So that brings up 4th and 9. Here I had an extra.
No,
down in
I
my
can't
head.
blame you because there have been times when like weird things happen.
Nylander back as Weresanga is not available today. Nylander gets a high punt that hits at the 45 for Pioneer. Takes a good Pioneer bounce. Now go down to about the 45 of Saline. So ends up being a much better punt than it looked like originally, although he had height, which making sure you get it high enough so that you can have your
Half the battle.
making
Other
sure
half
you
the
have
battle,
people
though,
around.
you do want to win too.
Yes.
All right, the full battle should be won. But yes, all things considered, signs of life from the Pioneer offense. Love to see it. They were showing real heavy blitz there on that 3rd down. Saline was just crash in the middle. When you call gut run, when they crash looked like a diesel rush, all the boys in white right into the A gap where you're trying to run it. Yeah, there's nothing you can do when they're all like 6'5".
Pistol formation for Tommy Carr. As deep in the backfield is Rush. The deep back and I formation. Rush takes it to the near side. He'll get up to the 50 before he is taken down. A number of people, Cerniglia as well as Napier over on that tackle.
Tommy Carr, of course, the brother of C.J. Carr, playing up there or down there in South Bend, Indiana, for the Fighting Irish there.
It's a fairly talented family there.
Yeah, no kidding. Usually, if your last name is Carr, maybe he was like a race car driving thing, I guess. But hey, I mean, Thomas Cullen.
Offset I formation, Carr under center. Now they shift the two tight ends to the left-hand side. One receiver left, one receiver right. Hand off to Rush again, and he breaks a tackle, and Rendleman finally grabs him around the leg, but that's going to be a first down to the 43-yard line. Looked like they might have had him at the line of scrimmage, but he burst through.
Yeah, teaching moment here. When you are on one of those things, you had the positioning, you had the guy in your hands, bro. You have to wrap up, not just hold on to him and try because that's when he gets a highlight reel. That's when he uses those big old legs and pushes against planet Earth to get away from you. You have to wrap him up, lift him up from the earth so he can't push down. He just falls down with the momentum, right? It happens over time, Great effort by both teams there.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Carr back in shotgun. Hand off up the middle, cutting to the left-hand side. That's going to be a first down to the 30-yard line, as that was a run by Jones. So Rush gets a couple runs, and Jones now getting the first down.
That O-line got a huge push up front right there. The P-gap was wide open for Jones. Great momentum here for Saline. Unfortunate for the Pioneer side, but we got a huge turnout here for Saline. I love it when we got this Krause County reference.
Both sides. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Shotgun formation. Jones in the backfield. Hand off to Jones, cutting to the left as he breaks free. Excuse me, no, that's not Jones. That's 26. That is going to be a score by Cherry. So Carson Cherry takes it, bursts through the left-hand side of the line, as we can see on this replay here, as he just finds a seam and able to split a couple defenders there and get all the way down. Really, really good blocking by that offensive line as Saline trying to be dominant on the line of scrimmage here.
Saline's wide out, got a good block there too. Just making sure you have enough people on that side of the ball at all times. Sometimes these long runs, when you're trying to call for a run, you bring people forward. You don't have people back there to catch it if they break free. And that guy seems to be pretty dang fast. So
they're going for 2 here as Cherry the back in the backfield. Carr takes it, hands off to Cherry, trying the left-hand side, and he is right at the goal line. I don't see a signal.
I do see a penalty marker that the ref threw about 1,200 yards in front of him. He slung that thing. That's so funny.
He's got an arm. Well, one of the Saline coaches was doing some throwing before.
Yeah, no cane, bro. Tigers need him.
He had an arm too, so we'll see what's happening here. Face mask on the defense.
Yeah.
The foul is on Pioneer. Personal foul. Face mask.
And then it looks like they said it was a 2-point conversion. So it's 2-point conversion is good. So that is going to make it 8-0.
Well, they've already scored more points in that drive than they did in the last Pioneer win against Saline.
You are correct.
Perhaps it will be 9-8. All right.
As I missed what was just announced, but
sorry.
As again, we have a fantastic crowd here. 7:30 left to go. 8-0 Saline with the lead. They're going to kick off. So they put the kickoff is now going to be from the Pioneer 45-yard line. So that penalty was assessed on the kickoff.
Yes.
So this should not be able to boom this right in, as Hubler should be able to boom it right into the end zone. Which would give Pioneer a little better starting field position than they had last time. Marshall back on the near side, Knox back on the far side. As that will go all the way through the end zone. And if we were playing Canadian football, that would be a single, but
Rouge.
Rouge, yes, indeedy. It's what gets me through the summer before the NFL starts.
Yes, dude. It's telling us we're sickos, bro. We go to deep and dark places like Canada for our football. And arenas.
Yes.
I had an arena football kick this summer, too. Well, mostly just highlights on the tube. But,
It's many moons ago. That's what we did for my bachelor prize. We went out to Cleveland and saw an arena football game with me and my 20 best friends.
That's awesome.
It was a good time.
20 people? That's you could have had a whole arena football game almost.
We got sweet. It was fun. It was. You get enough people together, you can afford one of those in that game.
Yeah. Nowadays, the old sports is a little bit more of a richer man's game for our pro leagues here.
One receiver to the left. That is Marshall. Two receivers to the right. Widest out there is Beaupre. Shotgun formation for Hayes. Hayes fakes the handoff. Gets it to Calais. Calais hangs on. Good job to hang on, as that'll be a first down out to the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10, great throw right in the middle. And again, if you can see where they're blitzing from, if you can find an open spot and get a tight end there.
Yeah, and you have to have really good precision, right? You have to have an accurate arm precision. Hayes is showing that right here. He's had 2 really good passes. And what a hit by that Saline defender.
Oh,
man.
it was a good hit.
Even a better hold on, though.
Shotgun formation again. Handoff coming to the near side is Caceres. He doesn't find much. He'll lose a yard. They'll be back to the 33-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. 6:46 left to go here in the first. 8-0. Saline with the lead. But it's good to see Pioneer getting some first downs. We'd love to see the ball move a little bit.
Of course.
Trying to get that run going, is that can definitely pull some of the pressure off Hayes.
Yeah, eats up the clock, allows you to maintain leads if you do have them. Always good to establish the run here as they show heavy blitz on that side.
Trips moving. 3 receivers from the left to the right. So now 4 receivers to the right, and that is going to be a false start. It looked like maybe the center snapped it late because all 3 receivers went.
Yeah.
Although that's something that you always want your receiver to look at the ball just because of crowd noise. But
yes, exactly. You know, it's like it feels like that. Man, that was such a missed opportunity because it looked like they were showing heavy blitz from the other side, the far side. So and it looked like there was probably action to the near side. So hey, I mean, misdirection perhaps could have been there, but we still see the next play. Hopefully, we can make it happen again.
Hayes in shotgun formation again. They'll do the same play as they'll move.
Ooh. All right.
3 receivers from the left to the right. So 4 receivers to the right. Handoff, trying to open up the middle is Caceres. He will get back to the 33 the 28 and not much more. So back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
it's going to bring up 3rd and 16 again. By the way, if you do want to watch this game and want a different broadcast, CTN is here. They normally have that up tomorrow morning on their YouTube channel. If you want to see CTN's fantastic broadcast, they do a good job. I like to think we do as well, but they are fantastic, and we always appreciate having them here.
Of course.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. That's Marshall. Hayes back to throw. That's caught because Calais coming ahead. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage out to about the 37-yard line maybe. 35 is they'll mark them. So that's going to bring up 4th and 9. So we're assuming that it's going to be a punt here.
But the punting team is not getting on the field, Mark.
They're going to keep the offense out there.
They're going for do or die. David didn't lose his first slingshot and be like, yeah, I'm going to punt the next slingshot.
Oh, no, it's going to be a squib kick. It's Hayes kicks it away, and that is a heck of a kick.
Go get it. Go get it. Boom.
As down to the 11-yard line. And to bring up the old Brian Greasy Michigan squib kick.
The pooch punt, bro.
The pooch punt, yeah.
Like he's Roethlisberger or Brady from the NFL days. You know, hey, that was a pretty dang good punt.
It was.
I can't even lie.
It was. Yeah, Brian Greasy used to do that. They said he had the ugliest punt, and that's why if you didn't have enough room to bring the big punter in, he would just kick that in.
That was a pretty ugly
punt. That was a beautiful punt.
But you know what's funny? I said it was ugly. You said it was beautiful. That's like kind of like the dichotomy of punts here, bro. It's like you never want to see your team lose the ball, but sometimes. But look where the ball is now.
54-yard punt. You can't.
In high school, bro, put that on the highlight reel.
That's huge. As Carr rush back there with him as he fakes the handoff. Carr trying to come ahead. Now he rolls out to the right-hand side, looking for room. Cerniglia takes him down right around the 19-yard line. So Tommy Carr doing it with his own wheels. They'll mark him out to the 20-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8.
Yeah, there was a huge commitment onto the dive from the D-line there, which gave Carr a lot bit of time. Once he kind of boxed out to the other side, he really only had one man to beat. Didn't beat him, but had pretty good yard there. I mean, hey, just having this, when you do it with your arms, when you do it with your legs, that's dual threat quarterback, baby.
High formation on 2nd and 2. Carr under center. Fakes the handoff to Rush. Now he'll throw on the right-hand side, right through the hands of a jumping. That was Idapalo. So Gabe Idapalo had that and just couldn't right through his fingertips. That brings up 3rd and 2. But for Saline, when you have a 2nd and 2, it brings up any number of things from the playbook. So now you figure they'll probably do a big run, try and pick up this first down.
It's wide open, the playbook is.
Here's an opportunity for the defensive line to try and assert themselves.
Got trips over there.
So 3 receivers to the left, throwing as that's caught out to the 30, down to the 35-yard line as that is Fitta. Lucas Fitta who got that.
Yeah, a little bit of
It's
a
going to be a first down out to the 35-yard line.
hurry up,
They're
hurry up.
quick to line of scrimmage now.
Get off the ball. Oh, he got it.
Shotgun formation. Carr looking down the near side, throwing it, and just it's a good throw out there to Grunes, and it looked like that was not a bad throw. It looked like maybe it was just a little out of his reach, but not by much.
Yeah, Rendleman was there to make a play on it too. So even if it was right into his reach, it would have still been probably a 50-50 ball there, Mark. So, but hey, you saw the hurry-up offense. You see the low, middle, high concept there. They went low on that first play, probably by design. Go hurry up, run the same thing. Think you're going to throw it to that same guy low to try and get the guy, to burn Rendleman up top. However, Rendleman, smart dude, didn't let that happen, all things considered. Good job.
Pistol formation now. Rush comes up to Carr's right-hand side. Throwing as that's a screen to a receiver coming up the far side as he'll get out close. He'll mark him right at the 45-yard line. That's Hansen on the catch. And is going to be Rendleman, I believe, on the tackle, as they are going to move that 1st and 10. So that the nose of the ball caught that first down.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line, 8-0. Saline with the lead. So they're moving the ball here. 3:30 left to go. Shotgun formation, hand off to Rush, trying to right-hand side Rush. Taken down by Napier after about 3-yard gain. That's out to about the 48-yard line. So gain of 3, they'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 minutes left to go.
It's a windy one today, Mark.
It is. Sorry, your papers are going everywhere.
Yeah,
I need something to hold them down for you. Faking the handoff, and that intercepted.
Yep.
Did he get it? As that was Calais, I believe, went down as that was right around the arms of Al-Badi.
It looked close, Mark. I thought it maybe hit the ground, unfortunately. Our lovely television.
Oh, we can't quite see it, but yeah, it makes sense that it probably hit the ground. The officials in a much better spot. But that brings up 3rd and 7. Here's an opportunity for Pioneer to try and get this vaunted Saline defense off of the field.
Yeah, they look a little bit out of whack there. You know, sometimes when you think you have these when you're throwing these balls so fast and something like that happens, you can get thrown out of whack.
Carr steps back, pressure coming up the middle. Carr throws it, and that's a drop by Rush. Trying to get Rush at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 4th and 7, and you would assume Saline would punt here because they have the 8-0 lead. Why would they take the chance?
But do you trust? But does Saline think that the Pioneer offense will be able to convert at this point? Kind of an embarrassing thing to say almost, but because, hey, when you're the 4th-ranked team, you can kind of play with this swagger and prowess. As it looks like, Mark, they are going to do just that.
It does look like Carr is still on the field. Rush back there behind him.
This will be a huge statement stop here, Mark.
Pistol formation, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Rush now comes to Carr's right. Carr stepping back, looking over the middle, throwing over the middle, intercepted by Rendleman. As Rendleman gets it, and well, it turns out to be a fairly reasonable punt, basically, a mid-range punt.
Would have loved if he just, batted the ball a little bit to the ground for the field position, but the crowd popped.
That's so
He
hard.
got excited. You know what? If
That's
I was
so
back
hard.
there, I would have caught that ball, bro. You're that is a great little bit of an arm punt, as the we in the biz might say, a little fourth down interception. But at the same time, you convert this. This is a positive momentum shift in the heads of the Pioneer.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I get it. You're also, if you're trying to catch it and you can't knock it down, you're worried if there's someone behind you.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to leave any stone unturned. You don't know who's behind there. Now, the worst thing, what's significantly worse than catching it there is tipping it up and then him catching it.
Yeah.
And that would be not fun. So great decision.
Yeah. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, as that is Beaupre to the right. As coming ahead, Caceres smashes into the line. They're going to give him about half a yard out to the 28-yard line. Pioneer trying to get that run game going, trying to work against that good Saline defensive line. Because as soon as you give up on it, whether you're making a lot of yards or not, as soon as you give up on it, then Saline can key in on your quarterback.
It is so easy to defend the pass when they know you're passing, right? So got to always have it mixed up.
Two to the left, two to the right as the wide receivers go.
Looks like plays getting changed.
Eyes looks to the line of scrimmage. He has Caceres to his right. Caceres trying to charge through. He'll get out to about the 29-yard line, 28-yard line. Tackled there by pretty much the entire defensive line for Saline. 1 minute, 37 seconds left to go, although we're almost a quarter in, and it is the score is not gonna out too crazy yet.
Yeah,
still
man,
single score game.
It is competitive football. That's what you love to see on any given Friday, man. Two teams competing it out, pounding the rock. That is what you want to see.
3rd and 9, as High's back, throws it to the near side, as that one just out of Marshall's reach there. In coverage back over there was Williams. That's bringing up 4th and 9. Considering how good the punt was, are they just going to have Highs punted again?
Yeah, no kidding. They probably will have a guy back there just in case they'll do that same formation. Oddly enough, that literally is not happening.
As they're staying in their base defense, and again, good kick. I mean, it's not the prettiest, but it works, and that's going to take it all the way down past the 25, down to the 20, as that takes a heck of a Pioneer bounce.
You think you'd have someone back there at this point?
What is that? That's close to a little over 50 yards, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's punted for a net 104 yards already.
It's impressive.
Kind of nice.
It is impressive. And you want to make Saline continue to have to drive the entire length of the field, because that gives you more opportunities to stop them.
Yes, it gives you more opportunities for, hey, not every a well-oiled machine, it has to keep being well-oiled. If it keeps pumping, eventually you do, in fact, run out of gas. Trying to get that offense of Saline to run out of gas, where those mistakes, like that almost tipped interception, can happen, then you can convert for big moments, all right? That is what we need to hear. A big breakthrough moment for the Pioneer defense.
Cherry, the back in the backfield. He has the touchdown. Comes over to Carr's right. Trips tight to the line of scrimmage on the right-hand side. If that's going to be a screen, trying to get to him was Beaupre, but he was blocked. Still good job as he's taken down right about the 24-yard line.
Man, that looked like it was going to be a touchdown, but it looked like the two wideouts there who were blocking the cornerback, they kind of both went off of the block and thinking that maybe the other person was keeping on the block, allowing the Pioneer defender to realize that no one was on him and continue playing football. So a great, unfortunate misstep there. But hey, these things happen when you're flying so fast, when it's such a high speed sport, things like that can just happen. These small miscommunications, though, can lead to disaster.
2nd and 6. Carr back in the backfield, hands off to Cherry, trying to come up the middle. Cherry gets forward as he'll get out to the 27-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3. But making me use every down of those 4 downs, trying to make sure that they.
Yeah, it's not like Alabama versus Citadel where you just see long ball, long run. It has to be smash mouth football. Even if we're getting offensive plays, Saline is working hard for it, man. You got to keep making him work hard for it. As the first time out of this half, as the quarter ends here, Mark.
As we are at the end of the first quarter, we want to thank all the sponsors of Pioneer Football, including the gold sponsors, A-Plus Driving School, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, SBK Orthodontics, Sotani's Sub Shop, Tammy Simpson Realty, Tasty Burgers, and Texas Roadhouse. Silver sponsors, Community Auto Wash of Ann Arbor, Cottage Inn Pizza, Fraser's Pub, La Fontaine Buick, and GMC of Ann Arbor, Little Caesars Pizza and Stadium, Stadium Hardware, Varsity Ford. The bronze sponsors are Big George's Home Appliance Mart, Lewis Jewelers, Meyer, and Play It Again Sports of Ann Arbor. Now, do you like Texas Roadhouse?
My dad loves the rolls, that's for sure. That is for sure.
So, if you come out on September 16th to Texas Roadhouse from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., 10% of all food purchased will be donated to the Pioneer Football Program. So now you have an excuse. Take your father out, have a little Texas Roadhouse, help support the Pioneer Football Program.
That's true. Unfortunately, it would be a dang shame if 10% of the proceeds of like the worth of those rolls would have been, because we'd be making bank for this here institution. But hey, Mike, good to see that a little steak there I get from a fine institution. Love it. I really love it when these big orgs that are franchised out, they do support the local community. It just makes it feel
Indeed.
like the whole world is just connected and is all supporting the children that we love to watch play football.
Absolutely. We also, we'll say this afterwards. 3rd and 3, Carr. Back in the backfield, fakes the handoff, throw over to a wide receiver. As that will be right at the first down marker, as that was complete to a body. That should move the chains. A Pioneer would like to welcome the 8th grader students and families from Slauson and Tampa Middle Schools this evening. These students will be joining the Pioneer Marching Band to perform in this evening's halftime show. So big thank you to all the teachers and parents who helped make tonight possible.
Why did it happen?
As that back, looking over, throwing, Carr up the middle. That's caught by a body again. That one out to the 39-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That was a good pass there down the middle. You know, these passes down the middle are always so scary when you see that, because you never know which little kid becomes a big kid and just kind of just tips it up or catches it. Even especially from this angle, it's kind of hard because of the perspective. So when you see a catch like that, you know, it's always really impressive for the eye. But back there, it's just routine for these guys in Saline, man.
So 2nd one from the 39-yard line. Highs in the backfield, rush to his right. Highs throws over to the near side. That's caught by the receiver at the line of scrimmage as he is pulled down back over there by Rendleman, as that was Fitter, who got that all the way out to a first down to the 50-yard line as Saline gets a new set of downs. 10:45 and rolling here in the second. Seems like it's been a fairly fast game thus far. Faking the handoff, quick throw, Saline moving quickly. That ball right out. Again, I believe that's Fitta who got that, and that another 10-yard chunk down to the 40-yard line for Pioneer.
Yeah, they keep going to hurry up offense here, Mark. Maybe seeing that the slower pace, they weren't really liking it. This fast pace clearly seems to be working here in comparison to the remainder of the game.
3 to the left, 1 to the right for Carr, who's back, looking to his left, throws to the left. There's a flag down as they'll have it out for an 8-yard gain. That was out to a body.
I think they're going to get number 72, Lewis, on a hold here on Saline. Looked like that the D lineman over on Pioneer side was selling it quite well, doing the little hands in the air thing. Look at the ref, like, what the heck, man? Got the flag out there. It does look like they're bringing this one back.
So looks like 72, Luis Esposito would be the offending player. So Pioneer, hopefully, now these can be drive killers, but Saline has shown that they can get 10 yards a pop here. So the Pioneer defense is going to need to try and take advantage of this field position, as they had gotten it down to a 2nd and 2. Now it's going to be 1st and 20.
Yeah, you know, this does certainly narrow the playbook quite much. You could going for more of these perhaps stretch runs, or I do like kind of their RPO little thing up the middle, looking for 16 here in the middle. Is probably what they're going to do, as they seem to move him over.
Carr takes it, throws over to the near side, caught at the line of scrimmage again. They love those wide receiver screens. And it's going to get out to about the 43, 44-yard line, as that was Hansen on the catch.
They're working Fitta, man. Like Fitta, he was catching those balls earlier. You had him running over here for a little bit of a kick-out block. for that a wide receiver screen.
2nd and 13 here for Saline. Pistol formation as Carr back, looks to his left. That's caught, and he'll be maybe a yard from the first down to the 31-yard line, as that was a throw to Grunis.
Penalty marker on the field. I think they might. I don't want to make a prediction here, but maybe they're way.
They're pointing at Pioneer.
Didn't quite catch what they described. My headset is like jittering back and forth. Is it going in and out?
All righty, now that's a throw out there.
Thank you. It was like, hey, after all of that, Mark, they have brought up 4th down here and 1. So that penalty it looks like they're going to bring out their kicking unit, or maybe just a huge personnel shift here.
Yeah, 4th and 1, they did not kick originally when they were out there.
Looks like Carr's off.
So looks like, they're staying on it for 4th and 1 here. And back in shotgun formation and taking it to the left-hand side. That's going to be a first down and more. Running out, Cerniglia trying to get him out of bounds, as that was a run. It wasn't Carr in the backfield. It was Barbarino. So Barbarino takes the snap, and he'll go down 2. They're going to mark him at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, that's a little rough for Pioneer. You know, when you're expecting just gut run, you box the front 7, make it a front 11. You have no one there on the outside. I'm really appreciating the Pioneer defender catching up there to prevent it from being 6 points gained. But little things like that, you know, it just leads to disaster sometimes. As the same personnel is still on the field.
Everyone tight to the line of scrimmage as Barbarino trying to burst through the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown. So Barbarino finds just enough space up the middle to get the touchdown.
Yep, they trusted their guy Barbarino here. It looks like they wanted to give it right back to him, and hey, a good decision there, as Barbarino did go over on the opposite side as he did the previous run. It was wide open, got a little bit of a reach there, and Saline has scored again. So 14-0 now, obviously a significantly more harder game to win here when you keep it within single digits. It's a lot easier to make one of these kind of more magic moments happen. We have not scored points on Saline in 4 years, right? So even they've scored 2 touchdowns, almost look like they're going for another 2-point conversion. Hopefully we can make it happen.
It looks like they are. Barbarino hands it off to Rush. Now he goes forward, and he'll get the 2-point conversion. That makes it 16-0. 16-0. Saline has the lead as their offense starting to roll. Again, this is a team that put 50 on Skyline last week.
Yeah.
So they have some offensive power. 37 versus Rockford.
Wow.
Who is a solid team as well.
And okay, hey, you're ranked 4th in the midden for a good reason, man. You just have is just no matter, even when you have your backups out there, just in different personnel package, you just make it happen. It's just a testament to the well-oiled machine that is Saline. Trying to be able to find that chink in the armor, that Achilles heel, is very difficult, and it often is because of how well coached these young men are. Telling them to relax, telling them to just do their assignment, taking one play one step at a time. That is the exact same mindset Pioneer needs to have as well. A long game. Football is a long game. Football has a long season. Keep it in that mind. Keep that mindset. Keep that momentum rolling. It helps you out in the future, Mark.
As back to kick it away, that is going to be Huber. Back deep. Marshall on the far side. Knox on the near side. Huber raises his hand. Right foot into it. End over end kick as that comes down by the 10-yard line. Marshall has it. Marshall coming out to the 20, coming over to the near side. Marshall finds a seam. Marshall out to about the 26, 27-yard line. Not bad running by Marshall.
Yeah.
They're going to mark him right between the 26 and 27 there.
Like the wheels on that young man. You had a little bit of a stutter step. You just had some Saline defenders in front of him. You want to see these good breakout runs. You do not want to see having bad field position. You want to keep the field position game in your favor. You want to keep having shorter fields than usual. You want to keep showing what your offense can do to make sure you can call, the right plays and the right decisions. You want to show put all those things you put into practice, you want to put them on the field. You don't want to just doing one thing at a time over and over again. Getting good field position lets you do that.
Two backs with Highs in shotgun formation. Is coming out. Highs throws over the middle. Here comes Rendleman out to the 30. Rendleman to the 40. Rendleman to the 50. To the 40. To the 30. To the 20. To the 10. Rendleman was smelling the end zone as he's taken down just inside the 10-yard line. Oh, I thought we were getting our first points against Saline in 5 years.
No kidding, man.
Hopefully we do now.
Live by the screen, die by the screen. It looked like our QB was about to get cooked, but I realized I figured out why. Right when that ball left his hands, I saw 74. I saw the other tackle. Bang! Blocking the defenders.
Frost with a big block there. As that is going to be...
Looks like they pulled the play dead. It would be full start here, Mark.
Indeed. That is what it looks like, unfortunately. As they blew it dead right at, it was first and goal from the 8. It looks like it's probably going to be first and goal from the 13, although the officials are talking it over. If it was just a false start, you would imagine it wouldn't be that big a conversation.
Yeah. Could be encroachment then.
Could be. Typically that's not blown dead, but either way, great student crowd here. The Pioneer students are here in mass. The Saline students are here in mass. I love seeing the students coming and supporting their team. I know in Ann Arbor there's a lot of things you can do on a Friday night, so really appreciate everyone
here. A lot of them are what the college kids end up doing, but there are less things you can do when you're in high school, but it is good to still be able to support the people that you go to geometry class with, that you share a locker with. Football, it's a great uniter, man. It's all encompassing. You can, no matter who you are, no matter what color hair you are, no matter what political ideology you have, football is for everyone. As it looks like,
legal substitution called, I believe, on Saline. Half the distance to the goal, so that's going to bring it down to the 4. First and goal from the 4-yard line.
This makes it very interesting. Looks like they're going to run it back because I see number 5 kind of just do a little bit of like a running, like a momentum with his hands. Maybe it looks like they're going to do like a gut run.
Shotgun. Caceres to the right. Now Rendleman in motion from the left to the right. Handoff to Caceres. Caceres trying to get forward. He'll spill and he'll maybe lose half a yard back to the 5-yard line. That is going to bring up second and goal from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, look for a zone run there. Try to get anyone in man out using that. Using Rendleman's shift, but then they were still in zone. The D-line got where they needed to be. Did like that play though. You're in such great field position, Marks. 4 years in the making, you can make it happen.
Looks like Hines goes under center. Single back in the backfield is Caceres. Caceres gets it. Touchdown, Pioneer. No, I thought it was in. No, they're saying it was right at the line of scrimmage. Oh.
And there's a penalty marker too, Mark. This one could be going back for good measure. Oh, no.
Oh, I thought he had it. He was running away from us. It
looked like he had it from my angle as well.
And I will admit, I get split up by some of the soccer lines back there and everything as well.
That is true. It's like a legal shift on Pioneer.
That is going to be a 5-yard penalty.
They had 2 men in motion at the same time.
So it would have been third and goal from the 1. That's going to bring it back to be second and goal from about the 10. So Pioneer not moving the right direction as we go from elation to a little frustration. 2 receivers to the left, 2 tight to the line of scrimmage to the right. Colias takes it. Now Highs back. Big time pressure coming. Highs rolling to the right. Highs trying to get in as he'll scamper forward and he'll get down to about the 2-yard line. As they'll mark him down at the 2, they'll bring up third and goal from the 2. So it looked like there was a receiver who was trying to get himself free and throwing his arm up there.
Looked like he fell accidentally, and then it looked like the Heise was going to go to kind of like lob it to him, and then right after he fell, he realized I have to make this happen. I was like, you're going to make it and spot it over to the 2, maybe 3-yard line. This is great position here, man. You still got 2 downs to play with. This is not punting territory for dang sure. No pooch punts here, bud. All right. This just is football time. It is football time, Mark.
Although, if we really wanted points, maybe he could do the quick drop punt through for a field goal.
The Doug
He's had the height and everything.
Doug Flutie drop kick, bro.
Yes.
That would be very funny.
That
but
hasn't happened since what Bill Belichick had it happen during a Patriots game.
Yes, I think it was a preseason against the Bills or something.
Yeah.
Doug Flutie, like 58-year-old Doug Flutie did it.
Yeah.
And remember, like whoever was on commentary, I remember like he recognized the play, like the formation. Like they're in for formation for a drop kick, and I'm like, what? Obviously, I was looking on YouTube where it said Doug Flutie drop kick, and I was like, obviously not like surprised.
You tell how much of our life we spent watching football, but it is beautiful. It's fun.
We're psychos.
As on the far hash mark here, it is 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Heise in the backfield. He has Caceres to his left. As Beaupre on the right-hand side. That was a fake handoff. Throwing. Trying to find Rendelman. So now the question is, you do not have Wira Sangha. You got to keep the offense on, and it looks like they are.
You have to keep the offense on, Mark. You don't think of football as a long-term thing. You don't think of it as like getting points because you never had before. You think of it about winning the football game for these young children on your team. For the men and women who go suit up for the people at home, watching on the air with us, thank you very much, and in here in the stands, all right? You want to get a touchdown, bud. That is what you want, and you're going to risk it all right here. Here we go.
Marshall wide to the left, Rendelman in the slot to the left as they're trying to go up through the middle, and they're not going to give them anything. That is going to be, depending on what the flag is, that would be a 4th down stop. And Saline believes that flag is on Pioneers. They are very excited. That looks like it's going to be a Pioneer penalty.
You hate to see it, man, but you know what? You do, in fact, have to run those when you do. It's going to be a long field for Saline to get a score here. But at the end of the day, you tried your hardest, you played your guts out, and you got to keep lacing up the boots, and you got to keep pounding. You got to keep the momentum rolling.
So a legal shift, that penalty decline, that gives Saline the ball 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line. So here we're hoping maybe the defense can come up and get a couple points here. That would be lovely.
2 points for the people.
You assume Saline's going to run it. When they're this close to the line of scrimmage, they're going to want a little bit more room. And we know what I look like when I assume things. Carr, back in the backfield, rush to his right. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. That's a handoff trying to go up the middle.
No way.
There is no gain on that run. As I believe that was rush. Let's verify that. But, yeah, that was rushing. Went right up the middle. But great job on the Pioneer defense. As they were able to get make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, man. You know, hey, I listen. You thought they're going to run it. Pioneer thought they're going to run it. What happened? They run it. Now the playbook a little bit more open here on 2nd down. They still are in a pretty tight formation here, but hey, they've seen a lot of quick passes out of this kind of here formation. Wouldn't be surprised if it's like a jet or an into 16 as well as
El Body alone, wide receiver to the right, 2 to the left. As Carr is going to run it himself, coming down the near side. Newman runs him out of bounds as he'll get out to, where are they going to mark him? Out to the 11-yard line. That is going to bring up 3rd and 1.
I like the idea. You show pressure by blitzing a backer. You show pressure, blitz a blacker. Make Carr make that decision quicker. But when you blitz somebody, it's removing somebody from drop back coverage, which allows the quarterback to see, oh, this guy's here near me, but not over there. So you sprint out of bounds, you get the 8 yards, and now it's a much easier position to get the down.
3rd and 1 from the 11-yard line. Carr has rushed to his right. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Carr fakes the handoff, throws. That's caught up the middle. It's going to be a 1st down. Callias gets some help tackling. Cerniglia in there as well. As that all the way out, as that was Fitta.
Yeah, Fitta's been putting on a show here, man. Seems to be Carr's number 1 at this moment in time. And he has been a really good job of getting it, like, after initial contact, getting, like, 2 or 3 extra yards. Like, there's about, like, maybe, like, 20 yards is basically of the Saline offense is him with a Pioneer defender, like, on his leg.
He's been good over the middle. He's good
Yes,
possession
he really
receiver
is.
so far.
You want to have somebody there in Mike coverage down in the middle to be able to kind of watch him at all times.
Carr back, looking to his left, throwing to his left, caught there as Tedla takes him down, but not before he gets out to the 40-yard line, as that was Fitta again.
Zone coverage is so good in high school because a lot of defensive players, especially like younger teams like JVs and varsities, they really just like running man a lot. Obviously, you throw some zones in there because, hey, people want to play football. When you want to coach it, you want to tell the kids what to do. But having really good defensive zone coverage is super essential at this level of play.
First and 10 from the 39-yard line. Carr back to pass. He's pressured. He spills out to the left-hand side. Plenty of room. Slides down as Knapp was right there. They're going to mark the slide as it started at the 48-yard line.
Yep.
And that's going to bring up second and a yard. So Carr using his own legs in 2 key positions here on this drive, and he's able to get it to the down short.
Yeah, when you're running the ball like that, Carr likes to run it, like to throw it with it. Like, would rather have done it with his hands. Give me it. It's number 16. But hey, when you run the ball, it stops the clock. You get the game a little slower and slower and slower. Get to the locker room a little faster.
Rush comes over to the near side. Now man in motion. That's Fitta. Carr back, looking to the right. Pressure coming. Carr rolls out to the right. As now he'll throw it down the field, as that's caught, tackled down around the 33-yard line. That pass to Albati. And that'll be a first down, as that was a really good throw on the run.
That was
you thought maybe he would run it himself and pick up the first down, but instead he gets a big chunk of yards down to about the 33-yard line. So first and 10 from there.
Yeah, man, that's conditioning if you've ever seen it, man. When you do something over and over again and you have to give a different result, the same thing, the same time you show it. It is at football, offensive football at its finest and simplest. When you can do something in the same way, but not that something, it turns into like 5 different things. The same formation, 18 different plays. Your defensive coordinators don't know what to call. Your defensive players rather get a little confused.
Carr has it. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. Pressure coming. Is that caught and out down to about the 14-yard line. That pass was to Idapalo.
That was, again, just like we said earlier, his throws on the run are really, really accurate. Those the tight end didn't even have to like jet up and catch it. It was like right in the breadbasket, bud. This is really, really, really good football from this young man.
4 minutes and 1 second left before halftime. First and 10 from the 14 for Saline. They have the 16-0 lead. As now they have, I believe that was a Pioneer timeout. Cherry was the back of the backfield with Carr. As it must have been Pioneer. Pioneer with 1 timeout left. Saline with all 3. As this becomes big, boy, you'd love to try and stop them here. And get a turnover on downs, but they have been moving it in 10-yard, 8, 9, 10-yard chunks on this drive. They have been very successful. And, as you said, Carr on the move. A lot of the times when you have a quarterback roll out like that, you're giving up half the field because throwing across your body is tough.
Yeah, it
but
is.
He has been accurate and as good as advertised.
You don't want to do the Johnny Manziel where it's just like pick one guy and you run around until you find him and just throw the ball at Mike Evans, because no one on this team is Mike Evans, no matter how good Saline is, right? But being able to have that time when you like are throwing on the run to just be able to sling it right to anybody is essential.
And Carr keeps it as pressure coming by Napier, but couldn't get him out. Now he's run out of bounds right about the 18-yard line. And they'll get him back to the 17-yard line. That'll be a loss of 2.
A sack, technically.
Indeed. Boy, Napier was right there, and Carr showing elusiveness to get out of the way.
Yeah, they held the ball in that running back's like right there on the running back for like a month. It was insane. Just being able to, not whether it was designed or not, good job from the Pioneer defense, being able to make chicken salad out of chicken feet, being able to make sure that did not turn into a colossal run from Carr, as he's been able to do time and time again.
So pistol formation again. Rush kind of moves up to his left-hand side. Handoff to Rush trying the near side. Rush has a blocker. Rush trying to get to the edge. And touchdown Rush, as he's able to just take the angle and find his way. Got a block early, and he was able to score. That is going to make it at that point 22-0.
Loved the pursue angle from Cerniglio, but just a little too late there. The speed, man, of Saline is something you really can't. I don't know. It's just generational. It is quite impressive how Rush just perfect angle, perfect positioning, perfect touchdown, and as Pioneer still looks for his first score, that was Saline's third now here, Mark.
And Saline's going to keep the offense on there as they'll try and make it 24-0. Even can't stop on these 2-point conversions would maybe fire up this defense.
No kidding.
Boy, but they drove all the way from the 5-yard line. That was a darn impressive drive.
Oh, yeah.
And no, Carr keeps himself, fakes the handoff, goes up the middle, gets the 2-point conversion. And that makes it 24-0.
The umpire throws a flag. Penalty marker is on the field here. I'm not sure my penalty prediction ability. I have no prediction on this one.
I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, I got no idea. I mean, face mask? Looks like it. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to like applaud and cheer and gasp for a face mask.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be something that's going to be put on the
kickoff.
On the kickoff. So it's probably going to be a Pioneer penalty.
Yeah.
Personal foul, face mask. You are correct on Pioneer. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty assessed on the kickoff. So they're going to be able to boom that maybe even through the uprights from the kickoff.
No kidding. A rouge.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. You don't quite have a 20-yard end zone, but still.
That is true. Yeah, 20-yard end zone is crazy. That is
110 yards, 20-yard end zone.
Yes, a center yard line.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Fun to see everything that came out of football.
Yeah, man.
You know, back when some of the Ivy Leagues started playing, you took association football, American football, rugby football. They all came from the same thing.
I mean, football is called football because originally it was it wasn't like an inflated pig's bladder, and it was like a ball. It was, and then like John Hyde is like, this is kind of dumb, and like they squished it down because he like invented the forward pass and told the guy to say hike beforehand. Like, it is insane how just like there's so much history with this sport as we see like before our very eyes, and get to be a part of it is super cool. Surreal almost.
As Huber set up again at the 45-yard line of Pioneer. Last time he put it right through the end zone as he pops it up, and that is a kick to the 20, but a whistle.
It's an onside kick. It looks like, I think you have to declare that.
It's only in the NFL, I believe, right?
I think you have to declare it in.
Do you have to declare it in high school? I didn't see it. I'll have to double check that. It was far enough.
Maybe? I don't know. Maybe.
I think it might have been offsides. I think someone was.
I think I see the rolling of the referee's hands. I think I might. I don't know. I don't got a lot of sleep right now. It's the beginning of the school year. It's football season. I've been talking for like 7 hours straight. I gotta mow the lawn and clean the microwave. I'm sorry, Rachel. Love you still though. I'm down 22-0. 24-0.
So offside, that moves him back to the 50. As that was a short kick, they were trying to get it to the up back. As that was about a 25-yard kick, we'll see exactly what Huber does here. Raises the right hand. And again, he pops it up as that is going to hit to the up back and kneel it down right at the 20. That's going to be not bad. That was Horton, as they changed a couple numbers on me right before Baldwin and Horton switched.
Okay. And guess what? Penalty time, boy.
So penalty marker thrown down at right around where the reception was, towards the middle. And we'll see who this was on as the officials now starting to get work out with that flag arm.
You think that little kid could score a touchdown? That's not a hit on the Pioneer defense. That's not bad. I'm just worrying like maybe that kid's got something. he's not there a while. He's gotten his reps in, man. He's ready running like full sprints across the field like it's nothing.
The kickoff kid, yeah, absolutely coming out, getting the
It's the future of the Saline. Maybe that's the secret. They started him so young, Mark.
There you go. I would not doubt it. That's going to back up Pioneer. So ooh, boy, that's going to bring it back to the 10-yard line. Looks like maybe it was a hold. I did not see the signal. Did you hear what they said? Dead ball, personal foul. Okay. So that'd be a 15-yarder. That takes it back to the 11-yard line, 1st and 10 for Pioneer. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now man in motion. Hayes takes it quickly, throws it to the right, and oh boy, Marshall was tackled right at 2 yards back, as that'll be a loss of 3, as Saline saw that, telegraphed it, and just
blew it up.
they read that one very, very well.
Yeah, I remember very early on, and when we just started commentating, Mark, I made a huge deal about how screens can be so explosive, but like they explode in your face too. That was a little bit like when the Wile E. Coyote, when like the gun like turns towards him level moment, and it blows up his face. I mean, obviously it wasn't like a safety or a touchdown to the other team or anything, but hey, those negative momentum, because it was a giant hit on the wideout too, could be such negative momentum.
Man in motion,
Oh,
low
no.
snap, Hayes can't quite get it. As did it roll out the end of the end zone? It's a safety.
There is the negative momentum that I was talking about. When the gun shoots Wile E. Coyote or the anvil bonks his head, stuff like that. The negative momentum, unfortunately, it caught them there. The negativity bug. You got to make sure to catch the ball, but they know that that is definitely an easy thing to clean up in the future. Only giving away 2 points, not that big of a deal. All things considered, still a 26-0 game.
So 26-0 with just 1 tick under 3 minutes left to go. Now we'll have a kick. So that ball will be set. Was that going to be for free kick from the 20, I believe?
Yes.
So this is going to give Saline really good field position as well on the safety. I think you can do either a kickoff or a drop kick. Yeah, you can do a punter. Is it only a drop kick in high school?
It's not a punt. It'll be a safety punt.
Safety punt, there you go.
But it looks like they're going to be like a free kick here.
So they are going to do the free kick kickoff.
Okay.
So Nylander kicking from the 20-yard line. So
Oh, boy.
all the way back. On the near side is Kohan. On the far side back, that is going to be Thomas. So Nylander ready to kick this off. As he kicked it, and that will go low. Grab now coming up the middle. Is taking down the far side, down to the 30, down to the 20, down to the 10. And I think they're going to say he stepped out.
But what is becoming
There's
more...
a flag on the play, as that was Thomas on the return.
The penalty markers are becoming a lot more of a commonplace here. You got Saline yellow color of the flag here on the football field.
2 of them right around the 38-yard
no
line.
kidding. Maybe blocking the back or something is usually what you kind of see in those. Blocking the back.
And it
or-
looked like he kind of stopped running, so he knew what was going on.
He knew something clearly occurred there. Or he either got pushed out by the Pioneer defender.
Maybe, I thought he was still in bounds, but yeah, he might have been out.
Yeah, I think he was out.
Right there, seeing the replay. Boy, it looked like he had some speed.
Yeah.
Holding on
Oh.
Saline, so that is going to be, that'll put it still good field position, as that should be a 10-yard penalty from about the 38-yard line. So that'll take them, they'll still be on Pioneer side of the 50. But what a difference from the 8-yard line back to about the
Night and day. Again,
48-yard line.
if you're going to score, you want to have them work for it. I mean, you're going to work for the 8 yards, but that's light work, no reaction. You want to be able to just, again, get your defense and reps out there. You want to make sure they have to. I thought I was about to sneeze. Man. It's one of those days, bud.
I get it. And when it happens to me, it happens in 3, so I'm in trouble. That's neither here nor there. So they're talking things over. They'll walk this off from, again, the 38-yard line. They'll get it over to the 48-yard line. And Saline will start there as they'll get their they're still walking back from there.
We'll take the flags are kind of thrown over there, so they're walking it back from that spot, I assume. And
was it 2 penalties, but you only take 1?
you know what?
I don't know why the chain gang has it all the way back. Now they're walking it back.
Keep going, buddy. Keep going. let's just say it was a touchback. All right, come on.
Okay, I must have missed something. At the 37-yard line, even if 2 penalties are thrown, you only take one of
Yeah,
them,
you only
right?
take the hardest one, right?
The most would be 15.
Unless it was after the snap.
Maybe a foul and then a dead ball foul?
Yeah. Maybe.
Trying to hear what John is saying on the public address announcer, but I don't know. At some point, I gotta buy a mic. Saline actually, or Skyline has the officials mic'd up. I gotta buy that mic.
That's a really good idea.
More than willing to donate that to Pioneer.
Yeah.
Just need Eve's approval, but that would be fantastic. As Carr hands it off, Cherry trying the far side. He'll get taken down before he gets to the 50. They're going to put him right about the 47-yard line.
Jack Pursuiter on the tackle. So, quietly having a pretty good game, seeing him near the ball a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Good to see it. Love to see getting tackles in open space, on the edge.
Second and 1. So
Flying out there. You gotta want to be able to keep the momentum going. You know, the Go Bill Bellers is going to definitely have his boys on the defense. Certainly very, very riled up. They want to make something happen. No one on this black and purple team is going to give up. You want to keep going forward at all times here, even when the time is tough, right? As the lights dim a little, or turn up as the sun dims a little bit.
yeah.
Okay.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Pistol formation. Carr takes it, looking to the right. Carr throws to the right. He has it out as that's caught down to the 40-yard line, complete to Albati. That will be a first down. Albati looks like he was kind of alone out there. He found a empty space in that defense and caught it.
The flat looked pretty open. A little lob pass there from Carr, who's having a very solid performance, figuring out. We're slowly but surely figuring out why this is the number 4th ranked team in the state here.
Is it?
What?
It's back.
Test. All right.
Is that all the way down to 31-yard line? Sorry, dealing with a little technical issues there. And trying to make that OCR work, and that's just a little extra technology, but we got it back. At some point, I'm going to try at halftime to try and fix that 1st and 10 marker. So 1 minute, 39 seconds left to go and counting. Pioneer, we would love to not let them score here. 35, by the way, in the second half, 35-yard differentials where the running clock kicks in. 3 receives to the right, 3 receives left, 1 to the right. Quick throw out there to Cherry. Cherry has the first down to about the 37-yard line. As that'll bring up 1st and 10. And again, there's that screen you were talking about again. They just swing them out to the left. And
yeah, clock's still rolling. Swinging them out to the left. You know, a lot of these times, especially the screens, they do get to move the clock a little slower and slower. You get the ball at the second half, too, if you're Saline, so you want to limit that clock as much as you can. Try a double dip.
Carr, he will fake the handoff, run as he has the first down and more, down to the 5, down, and he takes a big hit right around the line of scrimmage. They'll give him a touchdown, and there will be a penalty flag down there. I think, was he out? And there's an injured Pioneer player down as well.
Yeah.
That is Tedla who is down, so the trainers come out to take a look at him.
Yeah, Carr has done an incredible job of just stepping up in the pocket. Clearly, it is something that they put a lot of emphasis in practice. Is when the jet and the end are running in, you step up into the pocket, because if you're not going to close in the line of scrimmage, you're getting too far upfield, then they're not where you're going to be. You go up a little bit and see you got green grass, you got blockers in front of you. You have those mighty legs of yours clearly, and got the score there.
Did I hear a hold on Saline? So hold on Saline.
Aha!
That will take it back. Right now we're worried about Tedla, but that's going to back it up.
Yes.
All the way back to the 19-yard line. My oh my, what a difference from a touchdown all the way back.
Yeah, as Tedla gets up, hopefully he's all right. Never want to see. Obviously, football is a very dangerous sport. I've been injured in the football field, tore my ACL. performer here on this very field. You never want to see any of these injuries happen. Hopefully, he can get up, get iced up, get elevated, and get ready for remainder of the day.
As Rendelman gives him a little pat on the back as he's walking to the sideline on his own. So we're good to see. We're happy seeing
Good to
that.
see, yeah.
48 seconds left. And that makes it first and 10 from the 19. Where is that going to be? Where was the first down marker originally? Because now we have to think about where it was. Is that first and okay.
They're first and 4?
Yeah, I think you're right. First and 4. So pistol formation. Carr has it, looking to his right. Pressure coming. Carr throws it out there, and almost intercepted. As that was Caceres, who almost got that. The throw originally out there. That was supposed to be a throw over to Albati, and it was just a little high. And Caceres just couldn't pull it in. Well, you're not expecting that as a DB.
Yeah, no kidding. But you forgot something. When that is right in your fingertips, you never want to let those happen. But hey, technically, he got a pass deflection there. That's always the silver lining.
So 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line. One receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Carr takes it. Carr looks to his left. Carr throws to his left. Grabbed, screen coming, first down and more as they spill forward. And that's going to be a touchdown.
Did you see the running back? Did you see Cherry push his lineman like 5 feet in front of him to get like a block using like magic powers, like Fus Roda in Skyrim or something? Pushes him, and which and then as he flails
Love the Skyrim
out,
reference.
as he flails out, he allows the hole to open like a second time, using your lineman as like a tool, man. That was an interesting sight to see.
So good run by Cherry. They have the three running backs who have been doing very well today, in addition to Carr, of course.
Yeah, no kidding.
Who has had his own runs out there. 28 seconds left to go. They are looking to make it a 34-point game. Carr back in shotgun formation with Cherry. Hand off to Cherry. Cherry's trying up the middle. And he goes in, not untouched, but standing up. And that's 34-0. And Saline's really feeling it now. Those last two have been really, really big.
I mentioned at the top of the broadcast here, the Lions game with the interior linemen. The interior linemen, all of Saline are playing lights out. When you're able to just create open holes in the A gap, when you make the A gap into the A and B gap combined, the A-B-B gap, if you will, it becomes so easy to get like the 2 yards when you need them, the 3 yards when you need them. You can count on like every like 1st and 10 really being like a 1st and 7 because you can get those 3 yards somewhere in there automatically almost. If you are the Pioneer defense, being able to find plays, able to find out how you can be able to crush the line of scrimmage as the very first thing you need to do. You need to set the line of scrimmage. You need to conquer the line of scrimmage. If you're not doing that, you're already at a massive disadvantage here. You can solve that, whole different game.
As my poor director there having as everyone's walking down the stairs, everything's shaking for our OCR there.
Oh, God. Well, all this beautiful equipment just falling down as if it has random music in the background, just seeing things just collapse.
This press box, it does weave a little bit in the air.
Gives you character.
To the beat. Grabbed at the 30, and down there, that's Shukko, who has it right about the 31-yard line. He was the up back that caught that. So now Pioneer with 24 seconds. At this point, you're probably going to take a knee, get out of here, have a talk. And we're not going to start the third with a running clock, which we have the last couple years. So that's a good thing.
You could kneel it here, or long ball pass.
You could treat it like you're just going to throw it all the way down and see what happens.
Nelson, long ball pass out of this formation, though?
It does very much look like a kneel-down formation for Pioneer. What some would call victory formation. We're using it going into the half.
All right.
Here we go. The whole reason we have victory formation, Herm Edwards was able to steal it away in the last second and win a game. And they had to make a safe play there. So that will bring us to halftime, and remember, at halftime, it is going to be the Slauson and Tappan Middle Schools performing with your Pioneer Marching Band. As before the band comes out, any final thoughts on that first period? It's 34 to nothing. I mean, it doesn't feel as ugly as it might be. I mean, Pioneer has had some opportunities, although that second quarter, Saline really did assert themselves.
Yeah, you got to go, and you always have to have like goldfish memory. That's what Ted Lasso says. A show that I still have not watched, the dismay of basically every single person in my life, including you. So now it's like you have to be able to have that goldfish memory and be like, yes, I know we messed up, but also you do have to have that play. You have to play the long game. You have to play, what can we do on this field right now that'll boost our momentum going into a Monday, going into Tuesday, going into Wednesday, going into Huron, going into the playoffs, hopefully if we make them right. What can you do to just bring up positive momentum? I mentioned positive momentum a lot because I think it's what I kind of discovered, not even just like in like football when I coach, but also kind of in life. Positive momentum when you have bad days, just end it off on a good note. Do something fun at the end of the day, no matter what. Even I'm just looking at these cheerleaders do like crazy backflips, man. That's making me feel more happy, even though the people over there aren't seeing it and they probably wouldn't really care if they were. Just being able to find the positive, and no matter what you're doing in life, is always important.
Tonight's show takes us right into the hustle and bustle of New York City, where members of the second band, Concert and Purple, and Jazz will be touring this spring. Joining us for tonight's show are the 8th grade students of Sportsmanship and Tappan Middle School. From Broadway stages to city streets of soaring skyscrapers, the band is bringing the sounds of In the City. We kick things off in Lincoln Square, 1957, where Leonard Bernstein and Stephen Sondheim brought one of Broadway's biggest stage changers. West Side Story reimagined Romeo and Juliet with finger snaps, jazz, and award-winning choreography that lit up the stage and the streets. And now, the Pioneer Marching Band presents selections from West Side Story. Our next stop on our tour of New York City takes us to the various Caribbean neighborhoods. In neighborhoods like Flatbush, Washington Heights, and Virginia, Calypso and Guided Rhythms shape the sound of the city. A famous Joining us tonight are the Slaughter 8th grade band directed by Mr. Dean Bartley and the Tappan 8th grade band directed by Lawrence South. Let's hear it for our Golden Bears and Tappan Clovers. All right now, y'all, look towards the western side. Let's defy gravity with music from Wicked. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pioneer Marching Band with Slaughter and Tappan. And now with the Pioneer Marching Band would like to thank the directors, parents, and students of Slaughter and Tappan Middle School. The Pioneer Football Boosters for providing food and sport time, as well as the parents of the Pioneer Band Association for their continued support of the Man's National. Thank you so much for listening.
Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Maybe you've seen the videos of the specialized sports parent support group, or the kid holding a press conference to announce his retirement from sports. The problem is, they'd be really funny if there wasn't a lot of truth there. Multi-sport participation provides a healthier experience and lifestyle for kids and families. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Sportsmanship is still relevant in school sports. Good sportsmanship should be a given at our games. It's one of the primary reasons we have school sports to begin with, to help today's young people become tomorrow's community leaders. You can learn more about sportsmanship and download a full kit of sportsmanship ideas from the MHSAA website at mhsaa.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Why do high school sports really exist? For 99% of the participants, it's the biggest stage they will ever play on, and it provides the most educational value, teaching sportsmanship, ethics, integrity, hard work, and teamwork. It's about playing with local friends against local rivals and creating lifetime relationships. They build community spirit, and they're worthy of your continued support. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
If you're a recent high school or college graduate and still have a passion for the games you played in school, still remember the thrill of putting on the uniform, why don't you help us out and become a registered high school game official? Get out there and give something back to our kids. Visit the MHSA website for more information. There's help wanted, just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
There is a duel happening out on the field between a Pioneer men's cheerleader who's in 30 and the Saline cheerleaders as he's been flipping all over the place.
That is pretty cool.
Athleticism galore. I would kill myself trying that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely break my neck.
He seems to be very elusive, very very able to maneuver in that. I'm losing my words. Here's the thing. When you said it, like earlier, we were talking when we were seeing him duel. And he did like a standing front flip, and you're like, I'd kill myself doing that. Me in my head, I'm like, I could probably do that. I'm like, hold on, maybe I could. And then I was like, how could I probably do that? I was like, I've jumped off the pool, my swimming pool diving board before. I did a front flip. But then I also landed in the water where I could not die.
See, there you go.
I will not try it on air for the people.
Look,
unless you subscribe to the Ann Arbor Broadcast YouTube channel. At 100,000 subscribers, Ryan Dancer Williams will do a front flip in a duel of his own.
I literally ended up having to get my arm checked out because I stood on a skateboard once. It flipped out from underneath me.
Dude,
so there's a reason I'm on the mic and nowhere near the field.
Dude,
so.
I told shout out to Benin, one of my kids last year. I have a teacher in Dearborn Heights. I asked her, or she was like, Mr. Williams, and I'm like, what? She said, we're going to pick up skateboarding over the summer, right? Because she really wants to skateboard. And I also talked about me wanting to learn to skateboard, being so scared about it, and having a skateboard at my house. Yeah. And I put on my brother's old hockey equipment, like the knee pad or the elbow pads, probably from he was in the 9th grade. And so I'm sticking out of it I looked like a Pokemon or something. and it did not work out very well for me. She said hi to me a few weeks ago. And beginning of the year, I'm like, crap, I skateboarded 3 times. Does she remember the deal? Because I can't do no ollies. I can't do no kick flips. I skateboard me listen, that's definitely a sport that is I'm a little too old to pick that up because every little skateboarders at the Olympics are always 10 years old doing crazy tricks or anything. And skateboarding is still 1 day old.
I don't know how old is Tony Hawk, man. He's still out there.
Tony Hawk is still.
Tony Hawk is the man.
Yeah, he is the man. Dude, that's it is so cool how when you have sports culture has grown into it skateboarding, especially in football, used to be a very very just a southern thing with mostly college football, college sports, kind of Georgia area, right? And then skateboarding was very much a counterculture thing, and the Tony Hawk era, alternative sport sort of deal. But now you see these superstars connect with both sides.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
really cool how all of these athletics are really for everyone. You see all kinds of groups, no matter where you are. You could enjoy ball, you could enjoy skate, you can enjoy whatever you want, and that is what makes sports so healing and uniting.
For everyone who has any bit of athleticism. So not me, but everyone else.
There's something for everyone. There's chess club, there's esports. Listen, man,
There you
if
go.
you're watching something, man, get your kid into a competition. Get the fighting spirit rolling.
Indeed.
It just makes life more fun when you're trying to do something.
Oh, the Saline students have their flashlights out, which is so much safer than back when the lighters. So that's
true. No matter if they had the lighter or the phone, their parents would have paid for it. Hey, they're jumping up in joy because they like that joke. It was funny to them.
So they're going nuts over there. We are about to get ready. 34-0. Saline with the lead. Pioneer has a few first downs. They've shown some life, but Saline has really. They've kind of took over in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've shown more life certainly in the second quarter. You want to be able to fire up. You want to make perhaps a statement stop on defense is always very fun to do. Whether you want to think like W, whether you want to think just positive momentum, you want to see something, especially first drive. You don't want a big gain, especially that kills momentum. Big gain in turnover, on offense. And big gain on defense are two things you don't want to have. You want to see honest-to-God football. You want to see honest football from both sides. You want to see magic happen.
Indeed. As getting ready to kick off, Nylander sends the ball as that will whistle and blown dead. And we are already working out the officials. As I believe that was probably a offside or false start on Pioneer. They'll back him up 5 yards. Either way, over on the far side, that is Thomas. On the near side, that is Kohan. Or Cahoon. So now back up to the 35-yard line. Pioneer will have Nylander kick it again. As Nylander steps back, he has 5 people to his left, 5 people to his right. Little Zombie Nation playing in the background. Here comes Nylander, right foot into it. That ball will be grabbed now, coming ahead with it, out to the 30, out to the 35, over, cutting to the near side of the 40, taking a leap, down to the Pioneer 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and knocked out right about the 7-yard line. Huge run by Thomas as he took it from about, the 15, and really brought it all the way down. They're going to have it at the 7-yard line. Here's the replay.
But what is becoming a more common sight to see, Mr. Wiseman? 2 penalty markers near the double A's of the Pioneer Holloway field. So maybe this is a face mask or a block in the back or a hold on the returning team, as occurred previously on a long run or long kickoff return.
It is common to be on the receiving team. So personal foul on Pioneer.
Okay.
So Pioneer on the penalty, and that would most likely at that point be half the distance to the goal if it's tacked onto the run, which was down to the official standing at the 9-yard line. So we'll take that down to about the 4.5-yard line. And it is going to be a nice, easy You don't get much better starting field position
no, okay.
than the 4.5-yard line.
Just about as good as it gets. The Go Bill Bellers will have his work cut out of him. The boys in the black and purple there will have to make some magic happen. You maybe want to see, maybe expecting gut run again or read option, as it looks like Carr is not
out there, as right now it is a body in the backfield.
Who caught that long touchdown pass? I think he's a wideout, so maybe he's
a body with he's back there with Huber, the kicker. So are they just going to kick a field goal here and not?
I'm so confused, bro. Oh, maybe they
did they thought it was a touchdown?
Oh, they thought it was a touchdown, Mark. That is so
I think
funny.
So. I'm assuming.
Wait, so they have to take a timeout here? You're not just going to let them do free substitution?
So, no. That will be interesting. As, Huber was back, who's kicked off, and it was someone who's so far a body who's played wide receiver. Now, maybe he can play quarterback. Maybe they were just looking to run it. Maybe they were confused because it didn't look like they set the ball and then walked off to half the distance.
It's like in Madden when you can just like do any play from any yard line. So it's like, I can just kick it on first down by just going to the kickoff route, pickoff package or the field goal package. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
Like kingdom for a mic for the official.
Dude, please, bro, please. I'll be paying.
We'll see what we can do with that. I don't know what sort of thing would happen, but I was really jealous when I saw that at Skyline. I went, oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So they're going to put it, 4.5-yard line here. All right, so now Rush is out there with Carr. So, completely different look.
Yep.
This makes more sense.
Well, they didn't charge him the timeout.
So they have two backs in the backfield, two Carrs right as Harris in pistol formation. As there's pressure, Carr rolling, trying to get away from pressure. Carr throws it into the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Oh, gosh, that was almost a good job by the DB to try and get to it. Carr on the run, a really accurate throw. I thought he was going to be pressured and maybe have issues, but Horton was right on top of him, but it didn't matter, right?
That was an insane pass.
Because he just came up, threw it over the DB, right in the corner. That's just.
It is hard to beat things
and that's
like
collegiate level passing right there. I'm sorry to say it is.
It is certainly a collegiate level pass. That is for dang sure. Collegiate level catch there too. Listen, man, you're probably going to be seeing these two young men here in college as well. Catching balls for some beat.
Now here's Huber for the extra point, as we will have a running clock once it starts after the kickoff, as it is beyond. Kick is up and good, 41-0. So now it is beyond the 35-point differential for a running clock. So basically, we had one play where we didn't have the running clock, and now we'll have it. So, but we got to the second half without having it.
They should just kick the field goal, dude. They should just come on, Stripes. What are you doing, bro? Come on, ref. You can't let this happen. That would have been insane. Just get 3 points, move on. Now we got a little bit less of a running clock, or a non-running clock. Wait.
And they would have had it anyway. They're 1 point away from it.
Not a math teacher.
That would have been almost very gutsy. Man, we figure we got you. We're just gonna kick a field goal and just make a running clock. And
it'd been all-time commentary moment.
It would have been
an all-time commentary moment. We'd be talking about like 2 years from now, just like the one time Saline kicked the first the field goal on the first down, just randomly pulling it up at all times. But hey,
that would almost be as good as I was watching someone talk about Tim Duncan and his smack talk. And he would go up and he'd look and go, almost. Just mean.
The mental game, man, is
very kind, but very, very poignant.
Yes.
Here we go, Huber with the kick as that pops up, and again that's going to be 2 and up back.
Oh my God, you can just
and they grabbed it and came down.
You have to get it. Pioneer.
As that's a live ball beyond 10 yards. That's Saline's ball.
You have to catch the ball.
So Clark came down and got the ball, and that should be Saline's ball at that point, right? Because kickoff punt is not a live ball. Punt, when the opposing team catches it, it's dead. On a kickoff, it's a live ball. You have got to, as you said, know that's a live ball. You got to get on top of that. So Saline's offense coming right back out here. As speaking of a statement, they're up 41-0 and get the onside kick. Yeah. I'm sure it wasn't intended to be an onside kick. It was intended to be a short kick to the up back, but Carr back out there. 3 receivers to the left. Tight end tight to the line of scrimmage to the right. Rush the back of the backfield. Comes to Carr's left. Carr snaps, grabs it, quickly throws. That's deflected and intercepted. Here comes Pioneer racing down the field is Newman. Newman has it down to the 30, down to the 25. Newman out at the 20. And Pioneer takes what was a disaster, turns into an onside kick, intercepts it, and this is good field position for Pioneer.
Great tip there from the Pioneer defender. And as Jerry Seinfeld would say, hello, Newman, catching the ball, almost getting the first touchdown.
I believe the clock should still be running. Maybe it stops on changes of possession.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't stop on incomplete passes. And if it's beyond even further than that, I know if it's a 50-yard, then there are times when even for injuries and all, the clock doesn't stop if it's a 50-point differential. So now the clock is running here. So they got the ball set. So Pioneer's offense out. 2 receivers to the left, 1 tight end, tight to line of scrimmage. That's Callias. And that is going to be offsides, I believe, on Saline.
There you go.
Offsides. That'll get Pioneer. They'll have 1st and 5. From the 13-yard line.
Yeah, man, listen, you pretend that the first possession never happened. And then the second one kind of also never happened. For really, we have to pretend. But look at that. 4 years in the making, Mark. You can almost smell it.
All right. Again, that kind of offset pistol formation. Handoff and running through is Caceres. Excellent work out there. Caceres gets it down to where they mark him, down to the 4-yard line.
I got trolled by the soccer lines. I thought that was in.
Yeah, I know.
We were talking about it earlier. It happened to me too.
That gets me. It's just you wish that line I wish the end zone line was a different color. That's all. But it is what it is. And I call all the other sports on here, so I really need those other lines.
Yeah, no kidding.
1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Rendleman wide to the left. They hand it off to Caceres, trying to get that. He'll get it by a yard. Well, no, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll mark him at the 4-yard line. But I appreciate Caceres getting that good first down. You want to give it to him again, see if you can continue to punch through the middle. So 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. You would love to punch it in for a touchdown here.
Points time right here.
As Highs under center.
Oh, it's two.
Caceres, the lone back in the backfield, so single back formation, hand off. Caceres as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lost down to about the 10-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and goal. Well, they didn't mark him all the way back there. They marked him back to the 8-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 8.
Man, it is unfortunate when you're so close and then become into yet so far territory. You don't want to give up hope at this point, but you cannot give up negative plays in these scenarios because it just backs you up more. Maybe you want to get a kick, get some points on the board. Don't want to let them pitch the shutout here. As we see trips right, hopefully we can make it happen.
Callias tight to line of scrimmage on the left, 3 to the right. Quick throw by Heisen. It's batted down, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 7. As that was blitz coming on from the far side. And, again, you're taught as a lineman, if you can't get to the quarterback, jump up and raise those hands, those big mitts. Knock that ball down. All 3 of them jumped up. That ended up with a heck of a wall that I don't know how you could find your way through it, trying to throw it. So now, trying to get some points here. Nylander is going to try and get this kick. It'd be good to get the goose egg off the board. I know there are no moral victories, but and it's blocked. No, well, it's picked up and running and tackled, so that it was blocked. Rendleman picked it up, and that Pioneer continues to be scoreless against Saline.
That was pretty heartbreaking, man.
Since 2019.
Pretty heartbreaking. when that
The
occurred.
good plays they got down there, great interception, and just Saline really stepped up. That's twice they were down in the red zone deep inside the 10, and the Saline defense, you got to give them credit. They stepped up, they put pressure on, they didn't give Pioneer any room to throw, any room to run, and yeah.
It shows how just how well coached and how this machine is. How well coached is every single point. They just never get back down. You never give up. It keeps happening.
As it's a run to the near side, as they'll go out, 3-yard gain out to the 10-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Saline. Clock running, 6:50 and counting here in the third. 41-0. Saline with the lead.
Looking at that with the Saline coaching staff here, one name I want to point out here is Ed Drzlinski. Pretty sure that was my O-line coach briefly. When we played Saline in the playoffs, almost beat them. That was the O-line coach of Pioneer Varsity. His O-line is real good.
How long has Kyle Short been at Saline?
I have no idea.
This is second or third year. I should know this, and I'm just blanking. Forgive me. Under center is Carr. Pioneer showing blitz from the far side. Carr, quick handoff up the middle, taken down. No room to run there. As back to line of scrimmage, they'll be 3rd and 7. So Harris on the run. And Pioneer trying to get a good stop here, trying to get, if they can force a punt, they might get some good field position. And maybe the problem is once you get down inside the 10, it is a compact field. There's not a lot of room for the DBs to have to cover. Maybe from a little further out, Pioneer can make something happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, you're just trying to get some positive plays here to set things up for Lincoln next week. Carr takes it, looks to his left, throws to his left, caught over the middle, and out to the 25-yard line before being pushed back, as that was a body who for a half second we thought was going to play quarterback.
Yeah, man, you got to wrap up with the defensive players, man. You're trying so hard. You practice just so hard. I've been in there. Practices can freaking suck, Mark. Just being there, it's sweaty. You have homework. You're tired. You woke up at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning, whatever. Wrap up. You got to practice play how you practice. You got to wrap up on these players.
As Carr throws quickly out to the left, as taken down right at the 30. So good tackle back over there. Was that Rendelman?
Yeah.
I believe as that was out to a body. So that brings up 2nd. And that should be about, 2nd 6 over there? 2nd 4, excuse me. With 4:27 and counting. Again, running clock makes everything move quite quickly. Now, if Pioneer's able to get it underneath 35, the clock will go back to normal clock operations. And Carr back, man in motion from the left-hand side, hand off to Rush. Rush trying the left, Rush coming down the left-hand side of scrimmage. He gets out to the 50 before getting run out of bounds. Tedla was right over there, and they'll mark him at the 49-yard line of Saline. That'll put them 1st and 10 from the far hash mark on their own 49-yard line. And what started from deep in their own zone, Saline, again, when Pioneer got stopped at the 5 last time, Saline drove 95 yards down the field. They're trying to do it again, and the Pioneer defense looking for a big stop here.
You just make it happen every single time. When you make it happen, you can score from anywhere.
As another handoff to Rush up the middle. He has room down to the 40. Rush cuts to the far side. It's past Tedla down to the 30, down to the 20, down inside the 10 before being taken down. I couldn't see a host of Pioneers over there. I think Edison was over there. So Rush gets down. They're going to mark him right at the 4-yard line. And gosh, 1st and 10 from the 4. I swear we just saw this from Saline.
Yeah, great downfield blocking from Grinas over there as well. It really set the a lot of green grass there for Rush to just get even more and more distance closer and closer to the end zone. Here in this game, which unfortunately seems to be getting farther and farther away from victory as each running clock second elapses. Victory's already quite far away, but it's getting quite farther and farther, Mark.
So back in pistol formation. Carl calls for the snap, hands it off to Rush again. Heavy dose of Rush, and he bolts himself into end zone. He lowers himself down, gets the 4-yard run, and that will make it 47-0. Saline, I'm very proud of this student section still hanging about. We still have a lot of people here despite the fact that it is not a enjoyable score if you're wearing purple down here.
Yeah, and it's good to see that you're still fighting. Good to see the spirit of football is still alive here. A lot of the time you see when the band plays, the band's parents leave, but it looks like a lot of people here are staying to just support the people, just to support the people on the field, which is really what you want to see. It's not about the score, it's about the kids.
High snap, but put down. Huber puts it up and through, but that was really, really good hands by a body, because that was a high snap about his head, and he got it down in time for Huber to put it in. So just everything working for Saline. You got to give that team a lot of credit. And Pioneers playing hard, they're fighting, but they are overmatched today.
It's resilience. I mean, Saline is a team that lost a lot of key skill position players last year. Lost their QB, they lost their tight end or wide receiver. They've gone to greater places, And when you have just the ability to just next man up, even if it's the same last name, just next person up, go out there and pick up where that person left off. It just shows how incredible of a depth, how incredible depth you can provide on this team. Just being able to learn from other people.
I think this is this Tommy's second year as a starter, I think.
It was second year? I thought.
Yeah, he burned us last year as well.
Right.
Yeah, because CJ went to Notre Dame, but he didn't start his first year.
Right. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking. I know it's Carr. I'm in my head.
Look,
bro.
it's hard. They've had so many good players. It is unfortunately hard to keep them apart, and you gotta give them credit. But here, hopefully Pioneer can make something happen. Now the upbacks know now that you gotta keep an eye. They saw what happened last time.
They better know.
So Hubert's gonna kick it. He's kicked it short the last 2 times, and those upbacks have to be looking for that ball. As the deep backs knocks on the near side, Marshall on the far side, but the ball hasn't gotten that far the last couple times. Here's a kick from the 40. Hubert. Now that one is back deep. That's going to be picked up by Marshall right at the 5. Marshall cuts to the 10. Marshall trying to weave his way through, trying to get to the 15. He'll come back out. He'll mark him at the 15. So he tried to split a pair of defenders. Got maybe an extra yard there. Clock counting down, 2 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. Pioneer 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Well, thank all the people for watching at home here. Always good to support your high school, support your community, support your children, your grandchildren. It is all about them. No matter what the score says, they're still clearly fighting. I always remember being it seldomly happens, right? But when you're in games where you look at that scoreboard and you're just like, I kind of look away now, and you just don't look away. And you just whether you're coaching it, whether you're playing it, you have to just keep going.
As Caceres, the back of the backfield, he is to the right of Highs. Beaupre wide to the left. Rendelman in the slot to the left. Marshall wide to the right. As handoff coming up the middle, Caceres. He'll burst out. He'll get about 3 yards out to the 18-yard line. So good gain on first down. They're not going away from the run because, again, if you stop running, that defensive line has already had a lot of pressure. They can tee off on you.
Yeah, there hasn't been – one thing we haven't seen a lot of is we haven't had him sacked a lot. I'm not trying to knock on wood here when I say that. So I'm going to be able to keep establishing the run, keep everyone healthy, making sure that no one gets injured for nothing, but just making sure that you.
That is going to be a flag. Is that a delay of game? As it looks like, or a false start. Looks like it's going to be a false start. Back them up 5 yards. So gain of 3, then loss of 5. That will make it 2nd and 12 from the 13-yard line.
I thought I was talking for so long that they were waiting for me for the pause to snap the ball. I feel so bad. Now I was like, dude, they're waiting for me. I'm so sorry. I lost.
Every once in a while, I think I have that type of control, and I'm proven wrong. You're like, oh, my Lions are losing. I'm going to switch out of the jersey and put on a different. And it doesn't matter. I think it matters. It doesn't matter, and I know that. I try not to be superstitious like that.
Lucky socks.
No kid, no one wants that. As that ball run over to the far side, as Caceres will get back about to the 14-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 1. That'll make it 3rd and 11, I believe. They got marked as 3rd and 12. And they'll let that run down. So end of the quarter. Pioneer fans, please help support Pioneer football by dining in or ordering takeout from the Texas Roadhouse in Ann Arbor on Tuesday, September 16th from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. 10% of all food purchases will be donated to the program. Please, there are flyers at the stadium, so hopefully folks will grab that. Mr. Smith's weekly Pioneer email will have that. So hopefully we see everyone there on Tuesday at Texas Roadhouse over off of Ann Arbor Saline Road. Get yourself some tasty food and help support the Pioneer football team, as there are a lot of costs that the boosters try and cover. It is not a inexpensive sport.
Kidding. What's your you go to Texas Roadhouse?
I've been, absolutely.
What's
I mean, I travel a lot for different things.
Yeah. There's a blue lemonade there that I love. It looks like Windex in a bottle, and it doesn't taste like it. It tastes like heaven. It is. Now usually I get different beverages, we'll say, in my older age, but I remember when I was a kid, I would be slurping down like 12 of those little blue lemonades, to the point where whenever we would go, they would just like, my mom would say, all right, don't give him the lemonade until the food is in. I'd be so mad, because I'm like, you owe me 8 lemonades, bro. Come on.
Eyes takes it, throws over to the near side. Marshall trying to get to it, and that just to his right, and he had to readjust. Not sure if that was, not sure which little miscommunication, but luckily it wasn't intercepted.
Yeah.
I'll admit, I believe, now I'm getting things confused because, again, on the road doing like Michigan women's hockey road games and stuff, end up a lot of places. But I believe medium rare filet would be my go-to there. So, yeah.
Pretty good.
Especially if I'm on the road trying to treat myself a little bit for doing away games.
Like medium rare in New York.
That is going to be a whistle and a dead ball. Timeout by Pioneer. So 11:27 left to go here in the 4th. And as John's doing, let's talk about the sponsors. 48-0, Saline with the lead. Gold sponsors are A+ Driving School, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. I'm not sure where one locally is, but
the closest one is in Camden and
that would
East
make sense.
Lansing?
That would make sense. SBK Orthodontics, Sotani's Sub Shop, Tammy Simpson Realty, Tasty Burgers, and Texas Roadhouse, of course. Silver sponsors are the Community Auto Wash of Ann Arbor, Cottage Inn Pizza, Frazier's Pub, LaFontaine Buick and GMC of Ann Arbor, Little Caesars Pizza on Stadium, Stadium Hardware, and Varsity Ford. Bronze sponsors includes Big George Home Appliance Mart, Lewis Jewelers, Myers, and Play It Again Sports. So timeout. It's going to keep it 4th and 12. Nylander back to punt, as we'll have him punt as opposed to Heiss this time. Nylander has it, and oh boy, that there was a diving group of players. That's going to be caught fair catch right at the 50, as that was a body who caught it right at the 50. So Saline will take over there with 11 minutes and 12 seconds and counting down. 1st and 10 from the 50, but they were millimeters away from blocking.
Yeah, I was a little scared. When I went to the real punt formation, I was like, first punt didn't look that hot. And the other 2 pooch punts looked significantly better. But hey, kind of not to say redeemed himself, but I think he did redeem himself. There got much better field position, like a 40 or so yard punt, makes it a lot harder for Saline to get up there. Eats more time at the clock. So you can go to Tasty's Burgers. When you run for so long, especially when you're an O lineman, because you're on the field so long, because this Saline offense, it's not like they're getting off the field super fast. Unless he's so tired.
That is, now we have a different quarterback out there. So that's going to be Falkowski. And Falkowski runs it himself, He'll get past the 45-yard line, down to about the 44-yard line. So I was wondering when Tommy's car night would be done. He's certainly shown anything he needed to show to the coaching staff and everyone else. So Tommy's car evening's done. He led the team to 48 points. We're coming up on the 10-minute mark as the clock is counting, and Falkowski. It's a nice run on 1st down. 2nd and 4 from the 44-yard line. And that kind of offset pistol formation. I believe that's Cherry in the backfield. Cherry takes, oh no, Falkowski faking the run. Comes up to the near side, crashes down past the 40. Cerniglia over there as well as Henley. And he'll get down to the 39-yard line for a first down.
He faked me.
Well, it did look like Cherry was going to take that ball up the middle.
Because he's been doing, because they've had such a good job just in the just normal pro-style power run.
Yeah.
I thought, just why start on 2nd down or 2nd and short, just do power run. But hey, when you give it to the QB.
Well, Fakowski wants to show what he can do, right? He probably doesn't hit the field a lot, so. One receiver left, 2 to the right, as there's the handoff to Cherry. He bounces to the near side as he's still up on his feet, past the 30, down to the 25-yard line. Tackled by a good section of the Pioneer secondary, but not before he gets down about to the 25, 26-yard line. They'll mark a 25-yard line. 1st and 10. So a huge run, nothing up the middle. He bounced it to the left and found room. So 8 minutes and 40 seconds and counting here. 48-0. Saline with the lead. They have the ball. 1st and 10 from the Pioneer 25-yard line. Now Falkowski, different back of the backfield. That's going to be Tusa.
Boom.
As that all the way over. Caught. That is going to be a loss of 1. They'll mark it back to the 26-yard line. So screen pass quickly caught and dropped. Good defense by Pioneer.
Yeah, that's like that. Love to see people still flying to the football.
It's continuing to count down. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left to go. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Falkowski takes it, hands off to Tusa, trying the middle, nothing going, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. No, they'll give him 2 more yards. It's going to mark him down to the 23-yard line. That should be a gain of 4 that will bring up 3rd and 8, if I can do some basic math.
Dude, these linemen need like a donate, like the Carr family needs to give these linemen like an SUV or something at the end of the season. Because God, they're so good, dude. They can just make any play just like.
Cherry back in the backfield, takes the screen. Cherry come up the near side, trying to get to him, cuts to the middle as he'll get down. Where are they going to mark him? They're going to mark him inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. That will bring up 4th down. And it's going to be 4th and about 4 yards. So this is that nether realm. Now they don't want to. So they have brought out the kicker. So they're going to try. What is that going to be? That's going to be a 26. That's going to be a 36-yard field goal here for Huber. So Huber back to try a 36-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it's right down Main Street. That is going to be 3 more points, down to 51. So they've now eclipsed the number of points they scored versus Skyline last week, which was 50-0. So good field goal. Not easy for high school. That's no give.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, I see 51, and I see the number that I played in high school, and so I see is like 51. Usually, I like to see it when it's purple and white, But unfortunately, it is not the night of the Pioneers, and that is okay. Understanding when, not when it's time to give up, because that's cringe. You can't be giving up, man. But understanding when it's like your goal now here is not necessarily to win. However, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, but it's like you gotta focus on just positivity. Focus on what you can do right now that can improve the coaches, prove to each other that you can ball out. You can
just
play.
Looking for positive plays. What good things can you use
going into next week?
Because they're hoping that it'll be I haven't looked at their schedule yet, but I'm thinking Lincoln's going to be hopefully easier than this.
Oh, yeah, listen, you know.
I hope.
What's Lincoln?
No, nothing against Ypsilanti Lincoln, but,
are they-
Saline is one of the top schools.
Are they the third-ranked team in Michigan, the second or the first? You got three options here, but other than
Orchard
that,
Lake St. Mary's up there, Country Days up there.
Oh my
There's
God. It's like I'm shaking up here thinking about playing Orchard Lake St. Mary.
Yeah. There's a kick as that goes all the way back. Caught. Is that Marshall? That was Knox, but that was in the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. Bring it out to the 20-yard line as 4 minutes, 30 seconds and counting here. 1st and 10 from the 20 for Pioneer. You can't win the game on one throw. There is no 51-point plays. Let's just get some yards. Let's just get some first down. Let's just make some positive things happen. Saline's playing free here, but there's still positive things you can do on a team to build for the rest of the year.
Absolutely. UQB?
Yeah. Is that? Trying to get. Is that Edison in there? Looks like Edison. I think that's the number 6.
I think so.
Edison takes it, hand off up the middle. And that was a run by Henley. And it's going to get a yard out to the 21-yard line. So Edison, the field. I know Lon was injured injured the other day, so we don't have our backup quarterback. So hopefully Ryan is all right, and hopefully he'll be good. But, yeah, it looks like Edison.
Yep.
I'll admit I didn't have past Lon on my depth chart, so.
Yeah.
Back there, creeping forward, showing a blitz, handoff up the middle, and Henley gets past the 30. He'll spill out. That should be a first down out to the 34-yard line. So Henley showing some good running up the middle.
Yeah. Did that score 51 points? No. Did it need to? No. Was it cool as heck, though? Yeah. Again, we mentioned earlier, what positive things can you remember for next week, all right? And that was very dang positive. It got some blocks from the up front.
You're getting some players who don't see a lot of time on the turf getting to get out there. So again, Edison back in shotgun formation, handoff up the middle, more room, trying to spill forward out to about the 40, 41-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and 2, so an 8-yard run on first down. You love to see it.
You love to see it.
Even if this is against the second string of Saline, even if it's you take this good feeling, you take these moves, you book them away for the future.
Yeah, and it would count as I'm not even gonna say points.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna say points right now. No jinxing.
You don't. Yeah, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, as they have been heavy running by Henley. Edison takes it. That is Lon. Takes it, throws over to Knox. Knox trying to get ahead. Knox out to about the 41-yard line. So forgive me, that was a bunch up jersey there. I was thinking it was a 6.
Yes,
but that's a 9. So please forgive me, Lon, out there. His father just over to the left, so I'm surprised he didn't throw anything at me for messing that up.
Bunk.
1 minute, 30 seconds left to go. 3rd and 1 for Pioneer from their own 42-yard line. 41-0. Saline has the lead, but Pioneer trying to just keep this ball for the rest of the game, keep forward momentum. So we're joined by a few Flying Hornets up here in the press box.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wish they would go back to the Saline area.
Yes.
Lon has it as he tries to sneak forward. He'll be tackled right at the 41-yard line. That brings up 4th and 2. And I guess you go for it at this point. I mean, you could kick it, but you wait for the ball to get set. You have a little bit of time. It depends on, I guess, at this point for the Pioneer coaching staff, what do you want to work on? Do you want to work on running play? Do you want to work on kick? Because at this point, it's all live practice against a good team.
Exactly.
Hand off up the middle. That's a first down.
There you go.
Spills forward past the 45. That might well do it. Pioneer probably able to get another play off. Was that Henley again trying to take an eye on the... Or was that Newman? I think that was Newman actually running. Now Henley back in. So Newman gets the first down. Pioneer doesn't even have to snap it. We'll see if they go for one more play here. 3 as they'll hand it off. Now Henley up the middle as he'll get past the 50 down to the 48-yard line, and that'll do it. So, well, Saline won 51-0. They have beat us by more. It was 50 last year, but 56 the 2 years before that. So congratulations to Saline to make a quote from Denny Green. They are who we thought they were, and they proved it. And congratulations to them. Coming up, obviously, next week at Saline, at Lincoln, 7 p.m. Then the 26th back here versus Huron. Then on the road on Friday, October 3rd at Skyline. Monroe back here for October 10th. Then back on the road for Dexter on the 17th. I want to thank Cooper, our camera operator upstairs, James Wiseman here, Mike Butler, our director, and Ryan Williams, of course, color commentator. My name is Mark Wiseman. It is a pleasure to do this, and thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, everyone. Congratulations to Saline Pioneer, 1-2, and they will set their eyes on Ypsilanti Lincoln next week. Thank you, and have a great night, everybody.